it's Chelsea again. I'm back today for another video, but before I start, I wanted to say thank you guys so very much for all of your kind words and encouragement regarding my last video. It was a little scary to make it and put it out there into the world, but to read all of your words of encouragement and support really meant so much to me. So I'm really excited to be back here making more videos. And today I thought I would do a tag that I wanted to do for ages and ages, well before I had YouTube when I was just doing my blog. But it's called the sweater weather tag. My friend Savannah over at Mayday actually did it last November. So I took a peek at the questions that she had, and I thought I would read through them today and tell you all of my favorite sweater weather activities. Okay, so first question is favorite candle scent. So I'm actually gonna have to go with the candle that's right behind me there. It's the Pumpkin Caramel Latte candle from Bath & Body Works. I'm actually not a very huge candle person. I didn't really grow up having them in my home, but I had a gift card to Bath & Body Works a couple months ago, and when all of the fall candles were coming out, I was like, I need one. Like, I just really need one. So that's the one that I picked. It definitely smells like a caramel latte. The pumpkin smell is not like overwhelming, which I really like, because sometimes pumpkin smells can be like sickly sweet, but this one is just the right amount of pumpkin, and it like makes our house smell like coffee, so big bonus there. So that's number one. Number two, coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. Well, I kind of probably just answered that one. So coffee, I'm gonna have to go with coffee. I'm a big fan of every and all kinds of coffee. Black, dark coffee, blonde roast, lattes, cappuccinos, I don't know, cubanos, any of them, any and all of the above. So number three, what's the best fall memory you have? So I actually thought about this one for a little bit, and I had really great falls growing up. My family and I spent a lot of time in California and in Colorado and kind of that, I don't know, kind of like the northwestern area of the United States. So I had really beautiful falls growing up and seeing the leaves change up there, but I actually kind of was thinking more toward this year. My husband Scott and I went up to Flagstaff on a Monday that we both had off together. And Flagstaff, Arizona is kind of, it's right on the Colorado Plateau, so their weather is completely different from our weather down here. They have beautiful trees up there, leaves that change colors, it snows there every winter. It's really gorgeous. But when we went up, it was about 30 degrees cooler up there, so it was definitely sweater weather. And we just kind of, hung out, went to our favorite coffee shop, Macy's, and went to their downtown area just to have a look around. And then we went through like a really just chill walk through a neighborhood there. And they had like the most beautiful trees lining the neighborhood walkway. They were like red and yellow and orange, and we just like couldn't stop ourselves from taking pictures and videos because it was just so darn gorgeous. So I'm definitely gonna have to stick with that memory for this tag. The next one is, which makeup trend do you prefer? Dark lips or winged eyeliner? I'm gonna have to go with dark lips. While I love eyeliner, I'm not very good at doing winged eyeliner. I know it's definitely something I should work on. I know that there's like a tape trick that you can do, and you can kind of like put the tape near your eye and just make a little flick and then pull it off, and then it's nice and straight, but haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna have to go with dark lips. Let's see, number five, best fragrance for fall. I'm not really big on fragrances on myself, actually. I have a very sensitive nose, and most everyone in my family does too. So I guess we're all pretty particular about our scents, but I love a good campfire smell. We have actually a little campfire area out in our backyard, and we love to, throw the logs in there and have a nice little bonfire when it's cold out. So campfire smell, that's what I'm gonna go with. Number six, favorite Thanksgiving food. I'm all about the green bean casserole. That's all I want when it comes to Thanksgiving. I'm not a big meat person. I actually don't eat red meat, and I really don't eat much meat at all. Definitely no red meat. So when Thanksgiving comes around, I'll have like a little bit of turkey, but I mostly just want all the sides, and definitely all the green bean casserole. My mom usually makes like an extra batch, so we have room for leftovers because we usually go through like a full one, even just with our small family. So green bean casserole. Number seven, what is autumn weather like where you live? So I live in the desert. but it does cool down here quite a bit. Right now it's pretty chilly outside. It's in the 60s and there's a nice breeze going through. I've got a sweater on and some like cozy socks. So we don't have a ton of trees that change colors. We do have a few in Tempe, not too far from here. They're really like a lot older trees than the ones that I live around. So closer to December, they usually change. They're like bright yellow and they're beautiful. But around here, I mean, the temperatures drop. We don't see like too many changing leaves, but some around this time of year. But I actually think that people around here really love fall because it's not very fall-like here when it's that time of year. So people try extra hard to really enjoy it, which I'm totally guilty of that. But I don't know. It's a little different than your typical fall, but I definitely think that it's unique to this area and something that I love and I absolutely partake in. So next one is most worn sweater. So I actually brought it with me. I got this sweater at Free People. It's super big and super cozy. You can see it right here. It has like a turtleneck on it that kind of like flips out. And it's made of like this most like cushy, comfy, thick wool. And it's just beautiful. I really like the cut that it's got. It's kind of like a baseball cut on the bottom. And it's perfect for layering. You could throw it over a top. You could throw a coat over it. I've already worn it tons of times this fall. So I'm gonna stick with this one. I can't actually remember what the name of this sweater is called, but I'll put it down below so you guys can see it. It comes in a lot of other really pretty colors. I definitely know that there's a brown that I'm just like dying to get. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It's a great piece, it's great quality, and it'll certainly last you through the years. Every like fall and winter, I always try and get at least one sweater that's like of really nice quality that'll last me through the years. The one that I got last year, like I still absolutely love, and I've taken really good care of them because I don't know, I'm really appreciative of like quality items that I have, so I want to make sure that they last. But this one is definitely the one that I would choose. Okay, next one, must have nail polish this fall. So I took things up a notch and I actually brought 3. I've got them all right here. The first one is actually the one that I'm wearing on my nails right now. It's by OPI and it's a Surefire classic. It's called You Don't Know Jack A, and it's a really pretty like mauve kind of gray tone with a little bit of like brown undertones. It's definitely classic. It's really pretty. I really love it for this time of year because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a neutral and then it's a little bit dark as well. In the bottle, I think it looks a little lighter than it does on my nails. I usually do about 3 coats plus like a top coat and then like a nice little quick dry. So I'm gonna go with this one. And then the next one I have is called the Style Cartel, and this one is by Essie, and it's actually new from their fall collection. I picked it up at Target about a month or 2 ago. I'm sure they still got it around, but it's just like a really pretty deep blue. I'm a big fan of blue nail polishes, so I really love this one. I love that like it looks much darker on than it does in the bottle, but that one's a favorite. And then I've got one more. It is this one by Essie. It's called Dressed Kilt, and it again was in their fall collection. It's just a really beautiful like deep red, almost like a berry. Again, when you put it on, it's much darker than it is in the bottle because I mean obviously I put on 3 coats, but it's really pretty. I actually just took this off my nails like yesterday, so it's definitely been a favorite lately. So okay, what's next? Let's see, number 10, football games or jumping in leaf piles. Since I'm not a big sports fan, I'm gonna go with jumping in leaf piles. Skinny jeans or leggings? Skinny jeans. I love leggings when I'm wearing like a dress or a skirt or like a long sweater, but I'm usually a skinny jeans girl. I wear them most days. I'm big on dresses too, but like skinny jeans and like a nice blouse and like a cardigan are always like my go-to, so. What's next? Number 12, combat boots or Uggs? I'm gonna have to say combat boots. I actually have a funny story about Uggs. When I was like a freshman in high school, so 2003, I had a pair of Uggs that I just loved, and they were super chunky back then. They were brown, and they had, you know, obviously they were wool lined, and they were beautiful, but I wore them every day, probably every single day for like 2 or 3 years. And in high school, since I wore them so much, people started to call me Boots. So that was my nickname all through high school. The friends that I have back then, they still call me that today. And that's actually what Scott and I's cat's name is. It's Boots. But he actually does have like little white boots like on his paws on the bottom. It looks like a little white boot. So yeah, that's my story. Number 13, is pumpkin spice worth the hype? I'm gonna say yes, because I love a good PSO. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I know that a lot of people give others like a lot of crap for, you know, not, I don't know, for just being silly about it and like making a big deal. But I mean, they're delicious. I love all pumpkin goodies like pumpkin muffins and cake, brownies, anything I can get my hands on, basically pumpkin. Last night we had pumpkin donuts from Bosa Donuts, which is like the best donut place in Arizona, and they were so good. So I'm gonna say that pumpkin spice is definitely worth the hype. Next one, favorite fall TV show. So I don't really watch a lot of television shows. I do watch like Pawn Stars or like American Pickers with Scott, but I'm not really great at doing series, and neither is Scott, so I think that's why we don't really watch them. But every once in a while, I love New Girl or like Portlandia. The Mindy Project's really funny, so I'm gonna go with those. And then the last one, what song really gets you into the fall spirit? So I had thought about this one actually for a little while because I have so many fall favorites, but if I had to pick just one, I think it would be The Recluse by Cursive. It's quite an older song. It was actually pretty popular when I was in high school, and I remember when I got my first car when I was 17. It was really awesome. 1998 white Dodge Stratus, which apparently is a very funny car that I didn't know the joke about. But I loved it, and it was a really great car. And I remember the first time that I went anywhere in my car, I went to Target, and I had in my car the Ugly Organ, the album that The Recluse is on. And I was like, this is gonna be the very first song and the very first album that I listened to in my car. So I put it on, I put it to The Recluse, and it was actually during October too. That was when I got my car. So I don't know, that song always brings back good memories. It's like kind of about a spider, so it's a little relevant. It's kind of spooky, and I don't know, it's just like got a great tone to it. So those are all the questions. I hope you guys liked this video. It was kind of fun and a little different. I thought it would be good to have something to go off of instead of just like rambling to y'all. But I actually have another video that I want to work on pretty shortly here that I'm really excited about. You guys had great ideas for videos, like my daily beauty routine, or beauty products that I'm loving, fall picks that I'm loving, anything like that. So I really loved all of your ideas, and I'll definitely be putting those to good use soon. So if you guys like this video and would like to see more, give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment below. I really appreciate you guys leaving comments. It was really wonderful to see you guys you know, be so sweet and encouraging in your comments, and to be able to interact with you better. So if you could leave me a comment and just let me know what things you're loving this fall. I'll actually put the fall tags, sweater weather tag questions below, and you guys can answer them because I would really love to read them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye!